In the previous video, I talked about how to awaken Kundalini in a very specific way. In this video, we're going to talk more about why we want to awaken Kundalini and how to awaken it. First, we're going to talk about the benefits. First of all, the chakras, the energy centers in the body, will open when Kundalini awakens. Not all at the same time or immediately, but gradually. They will awaken gradually. And that is enough to make the Kundalini awakening a very positive experience. We're going to experience a spiritual awakening on every level. It will be gradual. A proper Kundalini awakening will be a continual and gradual thing. It will continue to grow and expand within you. If you awaken it properly once, you don't have to do it again. And we will experience Shiva-Shakti union. That's a very difficult idea to describe, but if you're looking for Kundalini awakening, I'm sure you understand what this means in some way. And here's my story. I started exploring and studying Kundalini when I was 24 years old. After some months, I found techniques and I practiced. And I got results almost after, it was almost 2 or 3 weeks, you could say the first month. It was a gradual build-up where I could feel the signs, and it just kept increasing and becoming stronger and better. And I realized my Kundalini had awakened. And I found all these techniques from the master Sivananda. He has very, very pure Kundalini teachings, very, very elaborate and very direct. He explains them very well. They're very effective, and they are also what I've been teaching ever since. I've helped others awaken their Kundalini, and I've always used his techniques. He's, in my opinion, the best teacher on Kundalini awakening. And now a little bit of Kundalini theory. The Kundalini lies dormant in the root chakra. That's the first chakra, furthest down, the red root chakra. And there we have Ida and Pingala, dormant, just waiting to wake up. And this will cause an evolution of mind and soul. It is what I believe we're meant to do, to further evolve and become spiritually awakened. And also in mind, awaken the mind, everything. But we need to fuel the Kundalini to make this happen. There are several ways and methods we can use to fuel Shakti. And we're going to look at a couple of them today. And we're doing this to make Kundalini awakening possible, because we need to supersaturate our pranic supply so that we have the extra fuel to awaken it from the root chakra. And then we have to channel Shakti afterwards, because if you just build up the energy, that's good on its own, but it's not enough to have a proper Kundalini awakening. You're just going to have a lot of energy build up, and that's good, of course, but it's not enough to make the awakening happen and channel the serpents upwards. So we need Prana Saturation, and here are the ways we can do that. The first one is through Pranayama, and that's a breathing technique, but it's also very often combined with visualization. Especially Sivananda's technique is a combination of pranayama, special form of breathing, combined with the visualization. And there's also mantras involved in this exercise. So it's a very powerful technique that combines very powerful methods. And then we have the most mechanical and maybe also the most effective way of building up prana in the root chakra, and that is to have no sex. It's a very mechanical because it relates to the primal energy in us all. It's just it's a very powerful energy, the sexual energy, and it's you can fuel anything with that. But if you just do that, you're just gonna have too much energy. You're gonna be confused, and you're gonna, it's gonna cause just chaos in many ways. And then you have visualizations, which are also a part of the first exercise, but you can channel prana and take in more prana than you use by using visualizations. You can, for example, visualize during a sunny day. You can visualize the sun entering your third eye and flowing downwards into your root chakra. That's a very powerful technique. But when I first started, I used several techniques, but I also had no sex at all, and that worked really well because it gave everything else I did a boost, boosted the effectiveness. But it's not really necessary, but it does work. We're gonna look at the technique by Sivananda once more, Sukha Purvaka. And I'm gonna add some more comments on it to make it more clear, because it can be a little bit difficult to understand what he means, but it's a very easy technique to accomplish once you understand how it's done. So I'm just going to read a little bit and then I'm going to comment. Close the right nostril with your right thumb. Inhale through the left nostril till you count 3 ohms slowly. Imagine that you are drawing the prana along with the atmospheric air. In course of practice, you will actually feel that you are drawing prana. So what he's saying here is that first you close the right nostril with your right thumb. You inhale through the left nostril, and while you do that, you're gonna speak inside of yourself. Do slowly 3 ohms, like om, om. Just do 3 of those. And you have to visualize that you're actually taking in prana, life force. And that's very important because the visualization helps guide the energy. And that's what we want to do here. We want to channel energy into the root chakra so that Kundalini can awaken. And then close the left nostril. And then you have both nostrils closed with the little ring fingers of your right hand. You retain, you hold your breath, and while you hold your breath, you're going to count to 12 ohms. And that goes like om, 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 12 times. And here's the important part. You want to visualize, imagine that you're sending the energy straight down into the Muladhara chakra, the root chakra. You have to visualize that the energy travels downwards into the root chakra. And then he says, feel that the nerve current is striking against the Muladhara chakra and awakening Kundalini. And what he means is just that you have to imagine that the energy strikes almost like lightning into the root chakra and awakens it. So it's all up to your imagination, your ability to visualize how well this technique works. If you do it with a lot of focus, very focused, it will work very quickly. So just practice and try to be attentive, aware, focused, very focused on what you're doing, and visualize, and you'll get better at it. And then comes the next part of the technique. You remove the right thumb and exhale through the right nostril till you count 6 ohms. So you're just gonna, it begins with breathing in through the left, and now you're gonna release the air with 6 ohms, like ohm, 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 6 times. So it takes like 10 seconds maybe. And then again, inhale through the right nostril, retain and exhale through the left nostril, as stated above. And then you have 1 pranayama. Just do this 6 times, this whole process. 6 times. 6 times in the morning and 6 in the evening. And that's exactly what I did also. I did it in the morning and in the evening, 2 times, twice a day. And you can increase it when you get better at it. And as he says at the end there, do not be in a hurry, be patient. You don't have to rush it, just do it gradually. Practice it gradually. And this really works. It's probably 50% of the reason I got my results very quickly. And I've had others practice it also, and it works for everyone. And the results just depend on your focus, how focused you are, and how well you visualize it. But either way, it's gonna work. So just practice. At the end, he says, concentrate on the chakra. He means the root chakra, and meditate on Kundalini. This is the most important portion of this exercise. So what he's saying is that the most important portion is to concentrate and meditate on the Kundalini. Because when you concentrate on the chakra, you're actually putting energy into it. You're channeling the energy. And you're channeling the energy into Kundalini. In this pranayama, deep concentration plays a vital part in awakening Kundalini. So what he's saying that the concentration itself and the focus is what makes it all work. It's a channeling. It's how you channel energy through focus. If you put your attention and focus on the root chakra, you're automatically sending energy there. And that's what we want to do. Send energy into the root chakra to awaken Kundalini. Kundalini will be awakened quickly if the degree of concentration is intense and if practiced regularly. So you just have to do it regularly, as he says, twice a day. You could start with once a day even. And concentrate well. And as you do it several times, you'll get better at it. Your concentration will improve. And this is also a very good meditation technique because it teaches you focus, how to channel energy into your chakra. You could even use it to channel energy into your third eye, if that's what you wanted to do. But I think focusing on the Kundalini is a very good practice because the other chakras will awaken in time with the Kundalini.